Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. So the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Thursday. For those in the city, hopefully y'all keeping yourselves dry. Yeah, it done started back raining again for right now, but hopefully you keeping yourselves dry, trying to keep yourself healthy as possible. And for those who might have plans for the weekend again, if you're blessed to see another one, give your praises where it's due and try to make the best of your weekend. James, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate everybody that tuned in yesterday for the conversation. Definitely was one that was needed. And if you missed it, you can catch the replay. E Money, what's going on, my guy? Oh yeah, Mod, you already know just in case of anything. Because yesterday y'all was too quick. I ain't even see what somebody said. But y'all already know just in the event of anything, y'all already know how to do things. I don't necessarily gotta say much. Yeah, before my mouth go left, my bad. I know me already. I want to reiterate on a few things. Realist, what's going on? I want to reiterate something, especially for some of you parents out there. Um, it is really, it is really imperative, basically, that you really start paying attention to the surroundings when it comes to your kids. Like I was saying last night to a degree, you can't get mad if your child decides they don't want to listen to you, or if they're just going to basically override your authority because you don't allow them to do too much. Rose, what's going on, my guy? I see you up in here. But this is the problem again. Again, parents, you need to really make sure your kids is not out here, doing things that could cost them their livelihoods or cost them their life. Period. Now, prime example earlier, coming into work, group of kids looked like they was up to no good already. Get one talking about some, yo, you might as well carry that. You might as well carry that. So I don't know if they done stole something or they had something illegal they wasn't supposed to have, but they kept looking back and forth, looking all penoid and scared. You could tell they all young. You could tell they definitely well under the age of 16, 17, just by the movements alone. But again, at this juncture, you parents are going to need to really make sure your kids is not out here doing things they ain't supposed to be doing. Period. Colton, what's going on? Now, see, I say that because prime example, if you not being aware of your child's whereabouts and they out and about with friends and they out there robbing and stealing, at some point they will get caught. And when they get caught, you can't play victim. You can't cry and say, "Oh, my baby not like that. I didn't raise my baby to be this way." You can't do that when you're not solely paying attention again. Serious, what's going on, baby? BMF, what's going on, my guy? But you can't sit here and play that victimhood all the time when you're not solely paying attention again to your kids. Your kid out here robbing stores or they out here robbing people's houses and stuff like that. Now, again, when they end up getting wrapped up in something, how's that going to look on you as the parent? Because eventually that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to point the finger back to you. They're going to figure out, or they're going to try to figure out, well, what was you doing that you wasn't paying attention or you didn't know your children was hanging out with these people? Back in the days, our parents wasn't hearing that shit. If they knew it was unsavory people that could have possibly got us in trouble, they wasn't trying to allow us around them. And even if they had to really watch us to make sure that we wasn't doing so, that's what they was doing. That needs to happen again. No doubt, BMF, I hear you, bro. And this is again another problem. You know. Hmm. What's up, the realest one, James Wilson, with the T at the end of it? Hmm. I do it myself, 'cause I know this for a fact. Bye bye. And while you out in the shadows again, like you always are, please take this with you.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Bonnie, what's going on, baby? Yeah, you gonna get those. And again, for those who are watching, um, these are the type of idiots. These are the type of people that will try to throw you off, but they can't throw you off. Like I said, when you are talking about something that's actually real and something that needs to be talked about, you'll get this. So you don't pay that no mind. Now back to what I was saying before I was kind of rudely interrupted by Sir Skirt over there, wherever he's at. Um Again, you can't cry and play victimhood when you're not paying attention to your children. And that's a real fact right there. Um Again, you know your children are involved with certain activities, even down to gang activities. You as a parent are supposed to step in and intervene. You know, and this is what we see on a day in and day out. You got some parents who actually are doing what they need to do and making sure their kids are on the right path. Whereas you got some who they're not fully paying attention. It's like they're doing a good job to a degree parenting, but it's certain things that they lack. And then again, this is how you get the followers. You get the people that don't know what they really want to do. And if they're not getting no real instruction or if there's no discipline, prime example, this is what they're going to do. There should be no reason why you're telling somebody they're on punishment and they're outside. Like, how do you punish somebody and then they're still outside having recreation and everything else? We couldn't do that when we was coming up. When we was on punishment, that's what it was. Like, you're not going outside, you're not doing this. If you wasn't doing, prime example, if you wasn't making sure your chores was done and up to par, your little responsibilities around the house, if you ain't keeping your grades up, if you wasn't acting out and doing some stuff, you wasn't getting rewarded. We was not getting rewarded. We The only reward we was getting was that butt whoop. And again, that was a form of discipline. And not saying that you gotta whoop your kids all the time, but no, you have to punish them. You have to. Because how will they ever learn accountability and responsibility if you just slapping them on the wrist and letting them do whatever? Marlene, what's going on, baby? You know, and that's the problem again. You know, we have a real crisis on our hand. There's a lot of different things going on. Some of it is being done by the adults, some of it is being done by the youth. Prime example, I don't know what them kids was up to earlier, but they looked like they probably was either up to no good or they already did something no good. You know, but again, for you parents out there, you better start keeping watchful eyes out again. Your child could have been involved, God forbid, with a murder. Are you going to sit there and coddle them? And are you going to sit there and try to fight and fend for them? Or are you going to have them take responsibility and accountability? It's a question that you should be asking. I know some parents, like I said, they ain't going to hear that because they didn't raise you that way. And if they feel they got to do what's necessary so you learn something, hey, they're going to do it. Oh, snap, she making a pie. Oh. But, you know, again, you got to watch that. You know, if your kid is going around causing chaos and confusion, again, as a parent, I don't care if you a single mother, single father, or if you coming from two, or if you got a joint, whatever going on. There should be no reason why your kids is out here wilding for respect. There should be no reason why you got these youngins trying to fight adults, fight elders, all of that. Just like it's not right for certain people to be in these communities. Prime example, like I had a little issue earlier, and it's going back to what I was talking about, but I'm gonna bring that up in a little bit. But yeah, this is why I said some people got to stop focusing on distractions and focus on what's at hand. Again, I hope these kids didn't get into no trouble because I don't know. The way they was moving, it looked like they was up to something. And for you to keep saying, well, where you at, where you at? You must got something planned. And it's like, this is what I'm saying. You, exactly. I'm not even going to say that. But they are. Because again, this is what I'm saying. It's a group of y'all. None of y'all over the age of 16, I believe. It's raining outside. Why not try to go home? First of all, that's common sense. If I know it's raining hard, I'm not going to be sitting out here to do what? Come on now. And then again, this is what I'm saying. Y'all forming little groups. Y'all not being tough on your own, or you're not fighting on your own. You coming out in the little groups. And I've seen this recently. Like I said, it shouldn't take 5, 6, 7, 8 people for one person. Usually when I see stuff like that, it goes back to what I was saying before. It's just nothing but cowardice behavior. Because if I gotta have this many people just to take out one person, what does that say about me overall? If I'm supposed to be the leader, prime example. What does that say about me? Come on now. No doubt, BMF. Appreciate you, my guy. Daniela, what's going on, baby? This is what I'm saying. What what am I gaining out of that promise here? What do I gain by having a group of people around me trying to bully people, attack people, rob people, everything along those lines? What am I getting out of that? I'm not getting no happiness out of that. Why would I want to be walking around where I gotta look over my shoulders every so often because I might have done something to somebody on a violent tip like that they probably might be looking for me. I done robbed somebody and they probably looking for me. Why would I want to live a life where I gotta keep looking over my shoulder or I gotta keep ducking and hiding from people? That's a question y'all need to start asking again. But then again, some of you parents are gonna have to get on board, like I said. You're gonna have to start really watching your children, making sure that they're going to the places they're supposed to be going to. Prime example, there should be no reason why if you're saying your child is on punishment, why is your child out and about with their friends, hanging out, doing whatever? See, I noticed some people used to do that because I never got the hang of it until I got the hang of it, basically. There used to be people I grew up with. It was some of them that you scratch your head like, wait a minute, I just heard your mom say you on punishment for a month. How the hell are you outside? That's what I'm saying. And sometimes it be the slickness. Oh, she think I'm going here. Yo, my pops think I'm going here. But and that's things that they doing now to a degree, I believe. If you're supposed to be punished and being chastised for what you're doing, but you're still out and about hanging out, that means there's no discipline there. James number 8. What's going on, my guy? Oh man. Which is solely the truth. Parents are gonna have to start parenting again. And I mean actually be on your children's necks to a degree. Not push them into, rebellion. But no, you need a balance right now. You need a balance because there should be no reason why y'all crying and playing victim because your children done got wrapped up in something. No, your children should have actually been home, studying, getting themselves together, especially if they are in school. Metro, what's going on, my guy? What's popped up in here? My bad. Phone acting a little loopy right now. A little loopy. But this is what I'm saying, and it's the truth though. The worst thing a parent should ever have to worry about is a child being locked up or unalive, basically, before time. Especially when they still have time on their hands to do things. This is why I was saying to a degree again, we got to start getting back to the notion of taking back what's ours, and that's even down to our community. Take back what's ours, man. You mean to tell me you will solely allow things to happen when you actually have the numbers to make it stop? It's like at certain points, like I said, it's almost like you are scared to chastise. Well, not chastise. Let me get this right. You are scared to really lay what you got to lay on to the people. Court, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, the like button. See, again, I'm not saying nothing that I wouldn't normally say. Um, you mean to tell me we too shook, we too scared to voice our opinions and actually stand up on what's right and what's good, especially when we know we should be doing it? I'm just asking that simple question right there. I hear you, Metro. Yeah, phones be tweaking at times too. Trust me, I know. My phone tweaking right now to a degree. If I did miss anybody, apologies. Now my chat want to move slow for some reason on my end. And for the mods, y'all already know what to do just in case. I'm not having that tonight with anybody because this is something again that needs to be spoken about. Um, Again, parents start getting on the ball and start making sure that your kids don't end up being the next victim of circumstances. See, I've seen certain things that it kind of made me a little igged only because it's like it's sad that it's really become to a point where it's not just the youth that's wilding out. The adults are allowing them to wild out. The adults are also being a part of the wild out phase. Like prime example again, the elders and anybody else that was considered older than us, even if they wasn't fully old, when they had their discrepancies and their arguments, when they knew it was kids around, all of that went to a halt. Because again, they didn't want people to, they didn't want them to get that notion, and they didn't want to get the people too hyped. And that's what I'm saying. We was in an era where again we wasn't allowing certain things to happen or continue. And if there was things that was going on, like if there was an argument again, they would calm it down the minute there was kids involved. Whether it was their own kids or anybody else's kids, they would hold off their arguments or they would break off before it's all said and done. Nowadays, forget about it. There's no holds barred. I don't care what's being said. I don't care what's being done, especially around the kid, which again is a problem. This is why they moving the way they moving to a degree now. They acting the way they acting. When they got grown men that's well over 30, 40, and 50 still moving like teenagers, and I mean on all angles, how do you expect anything to really change? Again, when parents are not being parents or they not doing enough parenting, what do we expect? And these are supposed to be the future, right? These are supposed to be the future leaders, thinkers, builders, and everything else, right? But what exactly are they building and what are they being taught to build? It seems like they're not being taught nothing. And whatever they're being taught, It's how they would say, oh, it's almost like it's they word is bond. But it's not the case right there. Again, y'all parents have to give your kids opportunities. Even when there is none solely in the area, still you're gonna have to do something. Give me 1 second. Now again, teaching them how to build, how to grow, that's solely your job, parents. Your job is you produced life into the world. Now you got to make the best out of that product. You got to make sure that you're nurturing that product. You're giving that product everything that it needs to succeed. You want your children to be better, you have to show them better. The people around them are going to have to show them better. And again, you need to teach them that look, it's okay to be amongst friends and amongst people that actually have your back, that actually have your best interest at heart. It's not wise to be hanging around people who you know they don't mean you know well, and those people are not going to ride for you if you are the one that gets in trouble. You know, like come on now, you get locked up for something. That's just like you and your friends did something, and that you're the main one that get locked up. What you gonna do in that position right there? That's a question that you would ask these youngins. What you gonna do in that position right there? I know 9 out of 10, one of y'all gonna be snitching. I swear, for almost every youngin that get arrested on some shit, half of them are snitching. They try to talk about that. Oh, yeah, we don't do that snitch stuff. We don't do this. We don't do that. But be singing like singing like how they supposed to be singing in the choir. As soon as it be almost on some first 48 stuff, minute they offer you sign. Oh yeah, well you know. And this is why I said some of y'all not built for that life. Some of y'all know ain't built for that life because if you was, you wouldn't even have to walk that direction. If you was built for life to a degree, you would try to do what's best for you. You would listen to your parents when your parents are trying to correct you on things. You would take into consideration things that are being said. And that's one thing you have to remember again. Um, you're here for a reason. You're here to build, learn, grow, and also create your own, basically. You know, again, how your children going to respect anything when you're not laying down ground rules, prime example. If I'm telling you you're supposed to be in this house at a certain time and you decide to go against that, that's going to be a problem right there. And I'm going to have to check it. And that's what most of you parents are going to have to start doing. First of all, I've always felt this way, at least in my opinion. Your child is not a part of no extracurricular activities as far as sports, academics. Um, if they're not coming from a field trip or senior trip, certain things along those lines, they shouldn't be out all hours of the night. And I'm talking about the ones that's well under the age of 17. They should not be out all hours of the night. Because like I said the other week, had a whole group of kids trying to be stupid. And then when I looked and seen, these is literally little kids, like not even 12, 13. Where are your parents at? Why are you out at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning when you should have been in the bed knowing you got school the next day? Yeah, but you'll get crickets on that. Oh, but this, that, and the third, and oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And, oh, why is it your concern? It should be a concern for you. Because again, what you gonna throw your kids out to fail? You gonna throw your kids out here in these woods and leave them on stranded? Let me know now. You can't say that what I'm saying tonight ain't far from the truth. It ain't. You would get a lot more production and a lot more progression in certain areas if the people would learn to take on what they got to take on. It's not just the parents again that got to do things. It's the people within that community. If I see that your kid is doing something unsavory, I'm going to at least bring it to you. How you decide to deal with it, that's solely on you. But in the same token, what I have to do what's right. Like I knew a couple people used to be, I don't like this one. This one always fucking, this one always telling something. This one always saying something. This one always going back and saying something. Yeah, well, they're doing that for your own protection, whether you like it or not. And if they rock with your parents like that, they definitely gonna make sure they would treat you like they would treat their own. If they see you doing something, guess what? They gonna be on your neck about it. See, this generation right now, y'all never will ever go through some of the shit we've gone through coming up. That's why they saying it's Generation Z now, which it is. But you ain't gonna never go through what the generations before went through. Some of y'all don't even know the value of a hard dollar. Y'all think the value of a dollar is scamming somebody. Give me 1 second again, y'all. See, when y'all be hearing chains and clinkings, yeah, regardless to what, I'm doing something constructive. I'm doing two things constructive. I'm working and I'm working like I always do. Parents, start teaching your children the value of a dollar. Show them that it's okay to learn to build, grow. It's okay if they want to get them into something early. The way they learn about money is not just giving them allowance or not just spoiling them. Teaching them the value of a dollar is what it is. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to start somewhere. And once you start somewhere, you got to continue to do whatever until you're ready to move on to the next stages of your life. Prime example, you might not want to work for a company that you're working for forever. But if you learn in certain things, the ins and outs, if you learn the things that's important for you to grow and even start your own, you need to get up on that. That's the whole fact. That's the whole fact. Court. And it's sad. This generation is lost only because we got people who know for a fact they could be trying to help bring that change back, but they won't. Oh, they my kids, so I don't care. It ain't my family, so I don't care. Again, we've gotten into that selfish mode of just thinking about self. Can somebody do me a favor and get this clown up out of here? Yeah, I see you. You persistent tonight. You need to be persistent in getting you some ass, sir. And stop worrying about what I'm talking about. Thank you. Matter of fact, I do it. Get your ass up out of here. Get your bitch ass up out of here. And again, take this while you with me.
Motherfucker.
I don't understand again how some people have time. Prime example with this. This is what we need to teach these youth not to be like clowns like this. Because you could try to come in here under 1,000 troll names. You still not stopping me from what I'm saying tonight. And 9 out of 10, you're trolling because you probably got kids that are doing the dumb shit too. I'm only going to make that assumption. You actually probably got kids and your kids don't respect you. I don't believe nobody respects you, sir, because look what you doing. Child behavior. Like I told your punk ass, if anytime you got something to really say, when the link is dropped, have a conversation. Other than that, you're not getting too much out of it. That's what I'm saying with these dumpster babies, man. These are the type of rejects we don't want the youth to be like. Like, come on, now. Immature children. We don't want children being in their 30s, 40s, still acting like children, immature children. Oh, he hit me. He made me mad. We got to get out of that. And that's what I'm saying. When you're bringing something like this is the type of reactions you're going to get. I don't give a damn how much you troll. What I'm saying ain't never far from the truth, asshole. So keep on trying. Crazy. And this is why, again, these messages stay on the way they stay on. Try not to curse like a sailor at times, but sometimes you have to. Nah, I hear you serious, and I appreciate y'all for doing that. Like I said, these people ain't getting my damn time. Like I said, they look terrible. Like, come on, you look terrible. You look terrible. You smell terrible. You probably came from a terrible background. We gonna call you terrible troll. That's what we gonna do. This is what I'm saying with these fools coming in attacking women. This is what we don't want, especially the young men. We don't want the young men to be like this coward coming in trying to attack women or trying to go at women. Again, your problem is with me. And if at any time you're ready to face me like a real one, let's have this conversation. Other than that, I'm gonna need you to fall back for real. Matter of fact, I'm gonna need you to get off the internet. Stop worrying about who going live and who you think you gonna really be a pest to, because you're really being a pest to yourself. And again, it's going back to what I was saying. We don't want these youth, prime example, to be wasting time and energy on just trying to get one up over on somebody. All that time you wasting, all that energy you wasting, you could have been doing something to produce something good in your life. So this is what we're gonna do. And again, even fuck you trolls. You don't like what's over here, bitch. Don't come in here and say nothing. That's just it. Like I said, I never understood how some people claim they don't like people. They got a hate for somebody, but they still want to be around them or still want to provoke them one way or another. It can't provoke me. Because even if I knew you and I walked past you every day, I still would walk past you every day. You're nobody. Don't deal with that shit. Like I said, you're proving the point to the people, especially those who are catching this replay, that we have idiot losers like you who really don't need no shine. That's what I be saying. You coming in here talking about, I need some butt. I need this. I need that. Didn't I just say y'all need to be more creative? And your dumbasses still don't know how to be creative. That's how I know you ain't pass nothing past a third grade level. Because your brain is on a third grade level. Fuck out of here. Roll up. Like I said, bitch made niggas, if you have something to say so badly, pop up when pop up. That's what I'm saying. But I know you won't pop up. And you wanna know why I know you won't pop up? Because you know what I'm saying is right. You could try to say whatever about me. You could feel whatever about me. I could give two shits about how you fucking feel. I don't deal with feelings. I don't get emotional like you bitches that come in here and want to trouble. I get down to what I need to get down to. My content. Something that you dickheads don't know about. So sorry. If you really thought you was going to get too much of a reaction out of me, you're not. You're just making me prove my point again, day in and day out. Learn to be creative, like the people was creative in getting your moms pregnant. Learn that. Fucking dumpster babies. You first of the month babies. I swear it's always the first of the months that you niggas do the utmost. But during the rest of the month, y'all niggas is quiet. Get the picture? You probably done got your check and smoked your check. I'm not worried about you, clown. What I'm worried about is more important than you. Again, what are we gonna do as far as trying to bring back an establishment as far as the community is concerned? Because again, this is why we are seeing things at an all-time high now, even when it comes to these youth, because we have adults that move like kids showing them the ropes, and then we just got them watching everything on social media and in the streets. Like it's like we're not protecting the kids the way we supposed to protect the kids. Like I was saying, there should be no reason why kids are going missing. It's another thing. Kids are going missing. And nobody's saying nothing, but they've been around the vicinity. Anita, what's going on, baby? And it's real rap right there. You know, there's some people who they need to get on board and really like bring back things that are necessary for the growth and the development of these children. It's not just solely the parents that need to get involved. It's people who really are influences in the community that need to get together and hold something for real. Like if you know you want to do certain events, especially coming near the summertime, because there ain't much for them to do, y'all should all band together and make sure that there's activities at play for all of them. Sports tournaments, you know, field trips, all of that. Even if it's just the simplest thing, like, yo, look, we going bowling. That's something better than just sitting on your ass and watching your kids run around here like they ain't got no sense of direction. Oh, don't worry, I got you, James. Hold on, I got you.
Motherfucker.
I'll be saying. See, even clowns like this, we do not want the kids being like. Because again, we already know what it is. These people are safe behind a computer screen. They safe from wherever they at because they know they ain't going to encounter these people. They ain't going to never have no real interactions with these people. We don't want the kids to start being like this. We don't. This is why I'm saying we don't want the kids to act like they've been dumped on their head like this fool. We know this fool been dumped on his head. First of the check, first of the month check ass getting ass. Ain't nobody worried about him. Keep on. I got all night to do this. And while I'm doing this, I'm still going to be giving out this work. So come on. Let's see what other troll names you got today. Matter of fact, we should put your mother's name up there as a troll account. Tell them you're not going to stop until you get stopped. And when you get stopped, you're going to be upset. You're going to just wish, damn, I should have just really told and said what was on my mind. I should not even went this far. Keep on fucking around. Fucking prostitute babies coming over here with the dumb shit. My bad. And I'm still gonna keep this on public regardless. Yeah, everybody gonna hear this, even the kids, because the kids are saying worse than that. There should be no reason why I had an 8-year-old cursing a storm out. Oh fuck you, suck my all this shit. All this shit that you would hear other people saying. This is kids saying this. Where they getting it from? It ain't just the internet. They getting it from everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have to start being more careful on the things you're doing. It's all right to be an adult and have your fun and everything else. But again, there's certain things you got to limit. Or you just don't do in front of the kids. Period. You might not like what's being said, but it's the truth right there. My mom's enjoyed herself, prime example, but there was things she just didn't do in front of me because she didn't want to influence me. And again, your kids are being influenced by you and by everything that they see. And mama, what's going on, baby? And appreciate you for dropping those links, serious, baby. Working hard in this troll with 1,000 account names, baby. But this is what I'm saying. They are going to solely look up to you first because you are their teacher. You are they, you are their mother and father. You are their education system. So yeah, they're going to look up to you before anything. So you need to try to show them the best things you can show them. Teach them the best things you could teach them. Even if you're just now learning certain things new, sit down with your kids, learn, do things together. Y'all need to start having activity time again. Like for real. Start getting back to that. This is where a lot of things is missing. And I can tell you this right now. Like I said before, there's no real families right now having supper at a table together. If it is, it's rare. Everybody, everybody's idea of family time and family dinner is taking their food, going in their damn headquarters, and either being on the internet or doing whatever. That's not really family time. You're not really discussing what's going on. Again, all of y'all could be having specific problems, but if nobody's talking about nothing, it's going to go unnoticed. Like, there's no way, again, I could be in a house full of kids and I don't know what's going on with either one of those kids. No, I would have to do my investigation all in all. I would have to make sure my child is straight and safe, regardless to what. And if I feel something is wrong as a parent, yes, I'm going to step in and intervene, but I'm going to intervene in the right way. Prime example, y'all need to start again going back up to your kids' schools, making sure your kids are actually acting accordingly, especially in the classroom. Because that'd be like your kid is the main one that's a distraction, but everybody else is trying to learn. What you think they're gonna point the finger at? Your child. And then they're gonna point the finger at you because they're gonna say, well, what are you doing at home, or what are you teaching them at home that they not trying to get right? Your kids do suffer from specific issues, like they might have issues of rage and whatever. You need to get them help for real. The most important thing to do is get them help. Because again, why bring your kids into the world if you're not going to be responsible enough to really take care of them? Now, again, when your kid is getting into a certain age and they grown enough to make their own decisions, if a life they want to live is a life they want to live, the most you can do is hope that they find some path back to, getting back to the good side. But if not, most you can do is just pray and hope that your child survives. Because yes, we've had situations where coming from a two-parent home or even a single-parent home, and things have gone awry. We know that. But we've had also people who, in those same situations, whether it's single-parent home or not, made sure that their kid was on the right path. And they did not care if they had to do whatever and go through the gates of hell to do so. They was making sure their kid was on point, making sure their kid is not another number in the system, making sure they're not another grave plot. Which I respect those ones who are actually doing what they need to do, sitting down and talking with their kids, whether it's every day or every other day. You're having conversations, even the most uncomfortable ones, because you want to prepare your kids you want to prepare them for the world, period. How do you expect the kid to know what's going on in the world if you ain't teaching them? That's just like, how do you expect your kid to learn math and reading if you ain't teaching them? Like I said, your kid might have problems reading. They might have speech impediments. They might have problems pronouncing certain words, so on and so forth. You need to make sure they're getting the proper help, the speech therapy, all of that, because that is important. And I can say that because I was one of them. Speech impediment like a mug. I was barely even talking. My mom knew what it was and made sure she got me the help. Glad she did that, because if she didn't do that, who knows where I would be at. It's important for your kids to learn how to read past a third grade level. It's important for your kids to not sound like they're having hesitations on reading and writing. It's important for your kids to grow up in life and actually become something, and not just what you think they should be. They should be able to grow and prosper into their own individual and still come out on top. Like I said, give a balance. See, the prime example, like even down with these trolls, they have too much time on their hands because of social media. Nobody is slapping the fucking devices out their hand and saying, yo, enough is enough. Go sit down somewhere. You know what? Enough is enough. No social media. Like, we need to sit down and talk. Let's have some family time. Let's do this. That's the most important thing, giving a balance. Right now, there is no balance because everything that's quote unquote balanced is on social media. And whatever you are trying to teach them on the right path, you got to make sure, again, you're watching their every step, even on social media. They could be talking to people you're not aware of. They could be getting into situations. They could be the victims of a scam, 9 out of 10. And you won't even know. That's why, again, it's important to pay attention to your kids, making sure your kids is not running down that wrong path. Making sure your kids, prime example, is not on no drugs they don't need to be on. Like I said one time before, there should be no reason why your kids is focusing on trying to be a burnout well before their time. Now, again, when they get into adulthood and they decide to make whatever decisions they make, that's on them. So, but you as a parent, your job is still not done. You still got to give them some form of direction and guidance, or at least some form of advice. And it's serious right now. Right now, it's too much going on. You know, and this is what I'm saying. You got these group of kids that are running around here. They causing trouble. They starting all sorts of whatever with people. And again, when your child ends up getting into a situation they can't get out of, what's going to happen then? You going to try to play victim again? Or you going to try to defend them knowing that they was wrong? Question that should be asked. You know, and that's the thing, though. Again, you are supposed to give a balance for them. Because, again, everything that's being done on social media is only giving the wrong impressions and ideas. Like I was saying for some the other day when I was talking about the ones that are doing the dancing, prime example, the young ones that are doing the dancing and the choreography. I'm all for you doing something, especially as constructive and it's keeping you out of trouble. But you also got to be aware of your safety too when you're doing certain things. You don't want to be this prime reason why there was an incident that happened because you wasn't paying attention to your surroundings, which is the truth though. You know, but this is my thing all in all again. You know, give a balance. Start having more activities with your kids. Start getting out and about. Start making little family trips, family outings. Do stuff along those lines. Get to really have a balance and a bond with your kids. Your kids should be able to come and talk to you even when they're going through the toughest times. Which again is the truth. Your children shouldn't have nothing to hide from you. Your children shouldn't feel like they don't have to talk to you about anything. Because again, it's things that are going to affect them that will also affect you as the parent. Again, your child get wrapped up for a murder or get wrapped up for a robbery or an assault, something along those lines where you know they could get more than 5 years. That's gonna be the problem. And what could you possibly do? Now again, we know mothers and fathers, or mostly mothers, will defend their children even when their children are in the wrong. We've seen this happen time and time and again. Again, coddling kids even when they get into adulthood. You can't keep coddling them, holding their hand. If they done something wrong, they need to face up and take the responsibility. Point blank. See, everybody want to be a gangster, but guess what? Real gangsters ain't running. And guess what? Most of the real gangsters ain't here. And the ones who are here, they done been left out from that game because they ain't got no fight in that game no more. Again, teach your kids The value of a dollar. Teach your kids that it's all right to work hard and try to gain something and earn something the right way. Don't necessarily gotta again be robbing your people and harming your people to the utmost just to get what you want. You want certain things in life, or you need certain things in life. The things you might want that will cause you to think, yeah, well, I could do this, and then no, yeah, you still gonna put yourself in a hot seat. Now, if you thinking about the things that you need, that will give you the motivation to say, well, how do I get to this point right here? How do I get to this point right here without having to harm myself or anybody else? That's all I'm saying. Again, parents are gonna have to really start parenting. You're gonna really have to start getting back on board with your kids. And it's not trying to be judgmental. It is not being judgmental. It's being truthful right now. With the way the world is changing, the atmosphere is changing, laws is changing, so on and so forth. Trust me, some of y'all gonna suffer before you really realize that you have to make a change. Prime example. You need to be watching your kids because prime example, if you don't want to be a grandmother or a grandfather before a certain age, you need to make sure they're not out here doing things of that nature neither. Again, you have to sit down and have these uncomfortable talks with your kids, even when you don't want to, but you're gonna have to. Again, even when it's uncomfortable, you have to have that conversation because at some point you got to get to a common ground. The common ground should be what it is, though. I want you to do better. I want you to be better. I'm going to show you how to get there, or I'm going to at least give you a blueprint on how to get there on your own. You can't follow the same blueprint of success that I did. I could give you direction, but again, it's solely up to you. You have to make the things work. Again, how are you going to make anything work when you're not putting in work? You got to teach them that lazy mentality and that lazy behavior, it doesn't get you but so far. You have to teach them that when you are out here doing things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, there will be consequences. And if you're not prepared to be sitting in a cold self life, or if you're not prepared to meet a untimely demise, basically, then you need to make sure that they are on point. Because some of the things your kids do will reflect on you, and it will. You got people who was out here doing certain things. Look, done got their grandparents killed, done got their parents killed. Why? Because again, look what you're doing. You're out and about doing things on a street level like you're an adult, and you're not even an adult. So, what you think gonna happen? Some of these people are not gonna look at you like a child no more. Now they're gonna treat you like an adult. I knew one person who was out here terrorizing. When I say terrorizing, it didn't make no sense with him. Every time you look, you heard him into something, or he was into something, or he did something. That man, that boy is no longer here. That boy is no longer here because set up. You want to scam, you want to rob, you want to do things. Those come with a consequence too. Don't think it don't. And may that boy rest in peace because he was still young. But in the same token, when you out here moving like a wild man, when you're out here doing certain things that could get you in that form of trouble, even to a point where your family done had to come to your defense, that should tell you at some point you need to relax. But if you're going to keep doing that, you're going to meet an untimely demise, whether you want to believe so or not. And some of you parents might go through the BS because of your kids. You don't want no surprises. You don't want your house getting raided. You don't want people visiting you that shouldn't be visiting you. You better make sure your kid is not out here doing the things that they ain't supposed to be doing. And I'm gonna keep it like that. Now, another thing I was going to tap into tonight, and again, it goes back to mental health. Now, prime example earlier, I was out and about. I'm on the phone with somebody, and that person heard screaming in the background and said, "What the hell?" This person done ran from across the street to come scream, yell. Then he jumps on the back of an ambulance truck that almost pulled off and started dancing and bopping like he was in a damn P. Diddy video. And then ran down the block on some Naruto shit. Excuse me for saying it that way. This is a prime example of why we gotta start focusing on the things at hand. That was a whole grown man, and I don't know if he was on drugs tweaking or if he needs to be in a mental house crazy. And the way he did it, it was kids coming home from school. Some of them was looking confused, some was looking kind of scared. So this is the thing. We have situations at hand that are affecting us and affecting our community in more than one way. Why are we not focusing on trying to stand together, band together, get these asylums back open for those who really can't be amongst the public, even with the medication? There's some people, even with the medication, they can still be a danger to themselves and others. They can't be in the facility of people. They need to be housed and treated. I'm sorry. What you want me to say? Because it would be one little snafu, that person decides to either attack a child, attack an adult, or attack an elder. And then now we have to defend ourselves. And the sad part about it is, again, they're closing down all these facilities, even in the hospitals. So now, again, these people are roaming around. They are getting the same pass right now as the migrants again. If they get into some trouble, they're going to get a slap on the wrist and right through that revolving door again. It's like, come on now. When do we really start focusing on the things that matter? And it could have been both with this one because he looked like he kind of was just he didn't care. But the fact that you jumped on the back of an ambulance truck and started dancing, and that ambulance was just getting ready to pull up, you could have harmed yourself. He could have harmed himself or even unalived himself. And this is what I'm saying. We have people out here who are really suffering from mental health disabilities and all of that, and they are out and about amongst the flock. It makes it a scary situation when you don't know if this person is going to be attacking somebody or if they're going to hurt themselves. This is what I'm saying. We need to be more focused on that right there, trying to get the people with mental health off of the streets. This is why I was saying even last night. Last night I was talking to some degree about how the people in housing, prime example. If you having issues where you're not getting work orders and everything done, you need to either write a letter to that housing development, voice your opinion, even if you got to bring it to the city hall, do what you need to, and make sure that you are getting the proper things that you need. Especially, again, nobody should be living like they live in a trap house or like they live in a dumpster. There's no way you're going to tell me there's some people who their walls are crumbling, and again, you're not coming to do no work. You gotta wait for uh a contractor crew to come out and come do something. When you could have hired people that still have credentials and everything who are actually looking for something to be a part of that. Prime example. If I knew how to plaster real good, I couldn't plaster and stuff, but if I was like an expert on everything, I would be on their necks like, yo, you not trying to hire nobody that could actually be within and knows what to do? Like how you used to do it before? Like, come on now. The things that we should be moving forward on, we keep getting pushed backwards. But again, when it comes to that, you have to stand up and fight. You have to really be on board. Now, again, that person would have ended up harming one of these kids or one of these adults that was passing by. Then what? Now we have no choice but to defend ourselves. And it's sad because you'll have people that are on papers, certifiable, but they're on the streets. They're a danger to themselves. They're a danger to others. So you're not going to try to at least say, nah, we got to get some of these people off the street. I would pray and hope that some people actually start getting in order and start going against these establishments and start bringing back and restoring order to the things that we need. We need to bring back these facilities for these people with severe mental health issues and crises. Because again, they can't be trusted. And it's not trying to sound funny, but how could you think to trust somebody if you think 9 out of 10 they probably might have an attack and they might try to attack? I, like I said, my mom's dealt with people like this on all cylinders of that spectrum. The worst ones to deal with, in my opinion, are ones with bipolar and schizophrenia. Because trust me, they will have their days. Especially if they're not on the meds, they will have their days. The ones that got schizophrenia and bipolar, those are the ones you really got to look at because you never know. They could be thinking that they're being harmed, and then they start trying to attack. They start lashing out, having these outbreaks or having these blackouts, what you want to call them. So again, we need to start focusing on what we can do to try to alleviate some of these problems we see now. That's going to be a problem for real. And I can tell this summer all around is going to be a hot summer, not just because of the migrants, but also because of the people with the mental health who are still out and about in the streets. Hence why I said last night to a degree, how do you have a president that's worried about everything else except for the people within their own damn land? How to make it make sense? Things that we really need to be fighting for and standing up against, we're not doing that. We're so quick again to focus and worry about Hollywood drama and even neighborhood drama. Oh, this one had a fight with this one, and this one was this. What does that got to do with what's going on right now? We have gun violence on the rise, wild, crazy again. We need to get back to protection of that, protection of life. Because, see, I don't care where you move at. You can move it even to the ritziest parts. That don't mean there ain't no drama somewhere around lurking. Drama and negative is always going to be around every corner to a degree. But again, it's about more being prepared and more stable to make sure you're on the right track. It is a team effort, regardless to what the community and everybody came together back in the day because it was a team and a joint effort. They didn't want the kids to be in certain situations. They didn't want anybody learning things that they didn't have to learn. We came together because we was trying to make sure our community was at least somewhat safe. We didn't allow, again, children to get shot in the hip. We didn't allow elders to get stabbed and beat up on and even robbed. The minute we thought we heard something about that, even if we knew you personally, we would be definitely doing something to put you on that accountability board. You wasn't going to just do whatever and think the people was going to be around you. No, we're going to make you a live example, which used to happen. You did something and you thought you were going to hide. Nah, if it was something that was unthinkable, you're not hiding because 9 out of 10, if those people didn't bring you in, they was going to bring you in the wrong way. Prime example, like I said a couple weeks ago, I respect whoever did what he did because apparently when some people seen that video about the dude being duct taped and bound and gagged to a telephone pole or to that light pole, That was because that person was on some time that he wasn't supposed to be on, and somebody caught him. And that's what needs to happen too. When you see creep behavior going on, y'all need to stand up because you never know. That person could harm somebody. That person could harm a child. That person could harm an elder. Did we not have elders a few years back or even recently? They was having these sexual attacks, and all these people that was being sexually attacked was elders, elder women in the community, so on and so forth. And half of them, what they said, this person had a history of mental health. So why, if you know a person has a serious evaluation of mental health, why do you still keep letting them come through the damn door? And it's your job to make sure that they are getting the proper care that they need. They, if they are not deemed at least sane enough to be within the community, they need to be remaining where they at. They do. But you know, when you talk about stuff like this, it goes in one ear and out the other to something. Because again, well, it ain't nothing happened to mine, so I don't really care. We got to stop getting like that. We got to stop thinking that that's the way we always got to be. This is another reason why we fail. Because again, we can't seem to come together for the right things. We can always come together for something wrong or something free before 12 o'clock or anything along those lines. Anything free we could come together for and bask in glory and everything else. But when it comes to stuff that we really need to get done, nobody's trying to do nothing. Nobody don't care, man. Yeah, I know. Definitely became a meme. Yeah, because but this is what needs to happen in those situations. But this is what used to happen. When we did get word on things that we didn't deem savory, nah, we was putting you out there. What you supposed to be. We putting you out there. And again, I applaud them, and I would shoot. I would say anybody should do that, but I'm not trying to incite no real riots. Because guess what? There's sites right now that can tell you who's on these registries, who's who, so on and so forth. And even if they're not, just do your observation. Look at what you need to look at. If something don't seem right, you need to step on it. That's a whole fact. That right there too, serious. That part right there. Tanya, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know, and that's the problem. You know, and that is the truth. We do not come together for the things we need to come together for. But then we always quick to play victim and play that race role and everything else. We got to stop doing that. And I'm speaking to my community now. We have to stop playing that race card all the time. We got to stop playing victim. And we need to start accepting what we need to accept, responsibility and accountability. Got to do way better than what we're doing. Like I said, how do we expect change to happen when, again, we're not trying to be a part of that change? And that's sad that, again, it would take something to happen close to you for you to actually waking up and wising up. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Can't play that victim role all the time, and you can't sit here and say, "Oh well, oh I didn't never." You had time to do something, but you didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it because you felt it wasn't necessary to do it. Stop waiting until things happen to us before we really start standing up as a whole. And when do we stop playing that race card? We already know what was what as far as history is concerned. Key word, that was history. We should have been done upgraded, and moved away from some of the stuff that we are still stuck in right now. That crabs in the barrel mentality, prime example. We got to get out of that. Again, it's not bad for your peoples to rise up. You can all rise up together, even if you rising up in different fields of life. You can all rise up together if you all keep each other on the up and up. Like I said, let me know when I said something wrong, y'all. Because I feel that's necessary again. At some point, you know, we really need to get back to that notion again of unity, respect, and love. And you know what? We had love because we had the love for the community. We had the love for the kids. We had the love of just making sure we was doing the best we could do, even with the little that we did have. See, that's the one thing I could say that this generation definitely doesn't know about. They don't know about working with what you got. They don't know about making things happen or turning something small into something big. They wasn't taught that. What they are being taught right now is what we see. They're being taught how to walk around with their pants well below their ass cheeks. They're getting taught how to scam somebody. They're getting taught how to do this and do that. They're getting taught all the wrong things. And they're not getting taught what they should be getting taught that's going to be beneficial for them in the future. They're not being taught how to, again, to read past a third grade level, how to enunciate and pronunciate words, so on and so forth. Damn it, I did it again. My bad, y'all. No, but this is what I'm saying. They're not being taught how to turn a dollar into or turn a profit. They're not being taught how to turn a real profit. Not being taught how to manage money, how to save money, how to properly invest. Things like that they need to learn. You want your kids to be their own bosses and their own successes in life, they got to learn from somewhere. They still got to start from somewhere. Whether you believe that or not, you're going to have to. Didi, what's going on, baby? And that's the thing. And look, serious on that note, guess how many people out of that whole community probably might actually take into consideration all of those resources that are still available. The ones that are not available, we need to bring them back. We do. For example, we sat here and see that again. Some of these schools, they're cutting programs left and right, cutting art programs, music programs, even down to physical education. If you're cutting that, what else are you going to cut? Like, what are you going to really get these kids to do? You know, and it's sad because now look, some of these establishments that they had, it wasn't just for after school kids. They were even to have things open on the weekend for the kids in the community. We don't have that no more. And when we do have something, you know what we get behind it. At some point, it will be some form of an argument or a fight. And if it's not from the parents, it'll be from the kids themselves. That's why I was saying the last time. If you're trying to organize and do certain things, there should be no reason why y'all can't just come together for that peaceful part of anything and just keep everything flowing. Come on now. If I got a beef with somebody, you think I'm going to settle my beef at a peaceful event? No. I'll just settle my beef when I need to settle my beef. But then again, I'm not going to be even wasting my time on that. Ladies, what's going on, baby? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like people really, they all got their mindset. Come on, son, see you at the barbershop and you get your hair cut, son. Yeah. My bad, y'all. You know, but come on now, let's be real. You know, we know there's some things we could bring back ourselves and bring these kids and give them a hope on. But again, we would rather sit back, be lazy, and allow things to happen and then blame somebody else for it. This is what I'm saying. Like we really gotta come back to, you know, being united. It's a little bit of both. Serious. It really is. It's not just state fund, and this is the crazy part. Some of them are getting decent amount of state funding. They're just, like I said, they're just focusing on pocketing that. Like almost every damn establishment I've seen, they getting these funds, they getting these you know, you getting these damn funds from people. Doesn't matter where it's coming from. It could be from a big establishment. You getting all these donations and funds to do stuff, and you're not doing the shit you're supposed to be doing. Now, there's only a small handful of schools, prime example, that got that government funding that actually upgraded their schools as far as putting computer systems in the libraries, you know, upgrading certain things they need. That's where it should be. We already know that this school establishment ain't built for anything outside of teaching people how to be employees or how to be whatever. We know that. But in the same token, there's loopholes to everything in life. The education system, there's too many loopholes. You got people right now who can't barely read past the second grade level, getting the pass, basically. But then there's certain schools that they're not playing when it comes to academics. If your child is not performing up to their highest performance, if they're not doing what's necessary, even if they are on a squad or a team or whatever, they will kindly be kicked off. Or they will kindly sit out until they get their grades right. That's what I'm saying. You're getting all these proper fundings for things, but then you're not properly doing what's necessary. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Then, like prime example, got grown ass kids. I'm saying grown ass kids because it is grown ass kids doing things well past their age. Like, are you still in your teenage years? It's like I told homie the other week. You was about to climb over here and try to do something. First of all, you on cameras, wild crazy. Second of all, one of those cameras do lead to the precinct. Third of all, you're not going to risk your freedom when you know you got your child and your baby mama with you. Why would you try to do something stupid that you know could get you arrested? Like, this is what I'm saying. People have to start using their brains again. Just because it looked like it could be done, that don't mean it necessarily has to be done. Like, if I see an area open, am I still supposed to walk in that area? No, I'm not supposed to, because I don't know what the hell I could walk into. But you got people right now, like I said, grown ass kids that's even doing that. And again, when you are supposed to be your children's teachers, but you're teaching them how to do irresponsible and irrefutable stuff, hey, what you expect to happen? Your kid is going to follow down that same path you follow. Again, that's like you saying you don't want your child to smoke weed, but you're smoking weed heavy in front of them or around them or around their peoples. Or you're not paying attention to make sure their friends are not smoking and doing things around them. You have to keep an open eye on things. Have to. We really are going to have to start bringing most of our stuff back that we done lost. And whatever that we can't recover, we could build new. See, again, we were the innovators, the inspirationals, and, you know, we were the builders and the leaders. We knew what we needed. We knew what needed to be done, and we did it. That's the only thing I can say that separates the generations. One generation at one point was doing the footwork. The other generation is not doing the footwork, but how can they do footwork when they're not being led and taught right? Like I said, let me know when I said something wrong throughout the evening. Give me 1 second again. Now, see, this was my thing, right? Now, yeah, even back in the day, we did have some people that used to clown people for working in McDonald's or working in security or working anything along those lines. You know, you always had the small handful that I got a job, all that. And that's how some of that hate and envy started too, to a degree. You see that somebody done got themselves acclimated, got themselves a little job, starting to get a little money, and you hate even on that. Now there was some who would always keep these people on the up and up, like, yo, I'm proud of you, keep doing what you're doing. Then you had those who would try to clown and try to be funny style about it. But guess what? You can't clown and be funny style about anything when this person is motivated to do something and you're just sitting around not doing nothing. Get my drift? You can't get mad and envious of people who are actually moving the change forward in their life when you're not even trying to do that. How can I get mad at you because you got a job and I don't? I need to be mad at myself. That's where some of y'all need to come into play and really start doing accountability and reflection and take the responsibility on trying to build something better. I hear you, Daniel. See, look, not everywhere is legal. That part too. Not everywhere is legal. So again, you know, in those areas where marijuana is not legal, just imagine your kids getting wrapped up for having some weed on them, and they ain't even supposed to be smoking. Imagine your kid getting caught with paraphernalia they ain't supposed to have in the first place. That's why I said some of y'all have to be mindful. And I mean, really be mindful. Make sure you're not doing things that would harm your child and corrupt them, but also make sure that the people around them ain't corrupting them. See, look, there's certain spots in the world where marijuana is not legal. But for the spots where they are legal, it still doesn't matter. Children underage shouldn't be worried about getting high. Shouldn't worry about trying to get drunk or trying to be doing things adults are doing. They need to be focusing on how to keep themselves well rounded, educated, and motivated to move on through life. The things they really shouldn't be worried about right now, they shouldn't worry about it until they get into adulthood. They shouldn't be worried about being out here trying to be fast, having sex. They shouldn't be worried about trying to roll up and smoke something. Like, come on now. This is not a judgment call neither. This is a reality call. I hear you, Danielle. No, because it's the truth. You know, in certain areas, regardless to what, you still gonna have to take that on the. You gonna have to take that on the chin. And in certain spots, guess what? You will be sitting in there still for a day or two, or you might not be. You might get a little bullshit DAT, a desk appearance ticket. You might get one of those. But if you're in an area where they don't care, they're gonna lock you up and keep you. They're gonna keep you. So again, the things they don't need to be focused on, We need to shape their reality, shape their vision. You want to do all this extra stuff? Wait until you become an adult. Like how they used to say, don't rush to get old. Don't rush to be an adult so fast. Because before you know it, you will be an adult. And then now you're gonna wish you was a kid again. Especially if you haven't learned nothing that you should have been learning to come into adulthood. Like even the simplest thing, like learning how to pay a bill. Like, come on now. Time and energy being wasted. Prez, what's going on, my guy? You know, you don't give no space and opportunity for your children to fail. You know, you're supposed to be making sure every perimeter is locked down. You are. Because again, how do you expect your kids to learn, build, and grow and be their own when you're not teaching them that? See, again, there's going to be things you might not want to hear, but you're going to hear them. It might not just be coming from me. It's things you might not want to accept, but you need to accept it. You don't got to accept these words from me because damn near anybody with a real common logical sense will tell you the way you moving will be the way you end up getting taken out of here. If you moving shady, if you doing stuff like I said, you robbing, you stealing, even from within the people within your community, don't expect to have a long lifespan. And if you do, best believe you done burned a lot of bridges to where you do need help. You ain't gonna be able to get that help. That's what I'm saying. Gotta teach them better than what we teach them. You know, teaching the kids that look, teaching the kids that look, it's okay if you fail at something. You're not gonna fail at everything, but teaching them that look, life is not perfect. You know, you never know what could happen, but you know, don't give up. Don't be quick to give up because something didn't happen for you right away. If you failed that one avenue of life, you still got multiple avenues to follow. And it's the truth. Teach them that regardless to what. Prime example. If you fail at trying to shoot, it's starting to rain again, y'all. My bad. Prime example. If you failed the science project, that don't mean it's the end of the world. Prime example. You know, you just gotta work harder, or you gotta be able to see where you went wrong at, evaluate the situation, and then try to attack it again from a different angle. You might mess around that second time you got another whatever, you could end up passing that grade. Prime example. You gotta teach them that look. Prime example, if they do have a job and they either prime example, if they get fired or let's just say they just don't want the job no more. Not saying quit, but if you're gonna at least quit that, make sure you have a backup plan. Don't just quit the job and not have something on backup. That would be like me quitting my job right now and knowing I don't got nothing lined up. I would be foolish, right? As an adult doing that. Or even if I was younger, I would be foolish to do so. You know, again, it's not about being a goody two shoes. It's not about certain things. It's about making sure that your offspring and the people around you are good in multiple ways. You got to teach your kids life skills. Again, you also got to teach them how to invest, how to properly manage money. You know, show them the importance of it. Because, yes, it is important, but it's not the most important. You don't have to go to the ends of the earth just to gain some form of wealth. You can literally put a plan in motion, follow that plan, keep everything going, and you'll be okay. That's just like if I failed the test, if I was trying to be an exterminator and I failed whatever test I was supposed to take, prime example. Or if I don't get that position, but I end up getting another position that I took a test for. All right, I failed one thing, but I succeeded in getting another opportunity on something. Prime example for some of y'all think y'all going to blow up. Y'all think y'all going to be the next big thing as far as music and stuff is concerned. Let me burst your bubble real quick. Sorry to tell you this. They're only going to take those who are following protocol. This is from what I've seen in my own little spare time. They're only going to be for those who are going to follow protocol. They ain't going to be for the most talented, because if that's the case, we got a bunch of talented people right now that should be not so much just household names. They should be where they need to be at. But guess what? You got some people that, again, learn loopholes. Some things in life is going to be a loophole. You better learn it for the better. You got good loopholes, you got bad ones, but you need to decipher which ones is which. A good loophole would be prime example. If I don't sign to a major label, but I still manage to, you know, get a deal with somebody, that's still better than nothing. You're still putting in the work. You just didn't have to do all the extra just to get what you needed. Like I said, I knew one or two people who they still rapping. They rapping, and it's not saying that they trash. No, they don't get it twisted. Niggas is nice as hell. Shit, some of them people would have even gave some of their top 5 lyricists a little problem. Yeah, you been here. All right, give me a minute, bro. My bad, y'all. But this is what I'm saying. These people are nice. They not signing no major labels, but they making money. They doing their thing, especially overseas. See, there's loopholes to certain things. I don't have to forsake my core values just for a check. That's what you need to teach them too. And the one thing I'm gonna say again to burst y'all bubble, who y'all, some of y'all think y'all gonna make it big. There's gonna be things you're gonna have to do, and things you're gonna have to sacrifice in order for that to work. Now I'm gonna ask you this question: do you really think your moral and your spiritual integrity is worth it? See, one thing our people got to stop doing is falling for the trap. We be so quick to sign papers and do things and not really look at what we're doing, that when it's all said and done, now we left holding the bag. All right, I got you. And that's the thing. You want to be your own individual person. I grant that. But you're not going to be able to solely be yourself when you're in a position that some of these people have basically, basically done sold their souls for. You're not going to be happy, because money is not just going to bring you happiness. Money is not solely going to bring you happiness. If you're not happy within yourself, if you're not even believing in yourself and being confident within yourself, guess what? You ain't going to get far. And again, for some of y'all need to visit those loopholes in life. You need to. You don't have to do certain things to get in a comfortable position or to get into a high position on things. You just got to use your mind. Use that good old brain that God gave you. And when something ain't seeming right, you know how to move from it. Like again, some of our people, we got to stop signing things and not reading. And that's how they get some of them people, how they got some of these people. They knew these people couldn't read well or probably didn't understand certain things. Oh, that's how we gonna get them. You don't want to fall for that okie doke. So again, think before you do. So I can really say on that note, think before you do. We gotta really start reading, start understanding, and then we really have to execute how we move things. See, we'll cry about, oh, we don't have enough this, we don't have enough that. But when we do have people who are trying to do that, what y'all do? Y'all will solely try to destroy them just for doing that. And that's how they get you, James, for real. Those fine print contracts and everything else, that's how they get your ass. That's why I said our people really have to learn to start reading before they sign anything. Because again, how do you expect to not be in a messed up position when you put yourself in it? Again, you got to learn to read. Learn to read. Learn to understand what's being said to in the context of things. You're going to have to do so. If you don't do it, you know what to expect. That's why I said we got to definitely get back on board with things. You know, we really have to teach, even from young. Listen, you have to learn to read, enunciate, properly understand what's being said, what's being taught, what's being given. And if it don't seem like something that you would want to be a part of, or if it doesn't seem like something that you know you could build off of, then you need to find another option. Because again, there's always going to be loopholes in life. If you choose to take the smart loopholes, you'll get to a destined place that most people probably would have had to do other things just to get to that position. Like I said, I got people right now I knew rapping. They didn't have to do what some of the things that are being said about that industry. They didn't have to do that to get where they at. And they not even signed to no majors. They have done some collabs with some of these major artists and stuff, but they're not a part of that stream. They don't move the way the others is moving. Again, they stand on morals and principles. So a dollar bill is not going to make them turn upside down, basically. Again, it's really solely time to start educating on a grander scale of things. Like I said, how do we expect better if we're not trying to be a part of changing? We're not trying to change for the better. Something to be thought about for the night. Definitely not going to hold y'all all night. Um, I will drop the link just in case if anybody want to chime in, but if not, I ain't going to hold y'all all night. I just felt this need to come out again tonight. And despite the little interruptions we got, I still got through what I got through. Oh, and for you, you coward, that need to hear this, you coward. Did you really think he was going to get all my attention? Nope. Guess what? These talks will still continuously happen. Whether you want to be a punk ass or not, come in here and troll all day, every day. But nothing I said was far from the truth. And you know what I'm saying is true. That's why you're trying to give me backlash for it. Because you know what I'm saying is truth. And I probably done said something that either irked you or provoked you the wrong way. Don't care. I don't deal with feelings. I deal with logics at the end of the day. And this is what you're going to get, a logical conversation from the outside looking in, regardless. Nonetheless, though, definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight for this conversation. For those who might have just been tuning in, y'all can always catch this replay. And again, share this out. Again, this is something that needs to be said. This is a general announcement. got to start giving these youth something to look up to and look forward to. They can't look forward to anything if we ain't giving them anything. And again, for those who need to hear it, how the hell do we expect things to change when we're not trying to be a part of that change? Or we're not trying to inspire for change? Definitely something to think about. And I appreciate everybody that's been a part of this build, still being a part of this build. Whether y'all in here every day or not, it doesn't matter. I already know who really supports your boy. And again, it's nothing but love over here. And I'm going to keep bringing what's necessary. And again, for those who might have tuned in earlier, we did have a little fake interruption. But oh yeah, you know what? When we do get that troll drop,
Motherfucker.
trust me, we got a bunch of troll drops, man. But this is what you're gonna get 9 out of 10 when you're actually hitting on something. So this is what you're gonna get. And I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna definitely give you this. Hold on. We're gonna give him another troll drop. Told you we got troll drops for days now. Fuck that. We got troll drops for days. Hold on, y'all. We got you. We got you one more again. We got you one more again. Oh man. I told y'all. I got time today. I got time today. Cause I don't have time to be wasting on fools. I don't got time wasting on trolls and no goods. I don't got time for none of y'all that ain't doing something outside of this fucking internet. Get a job, learn something, and maybe you won't be a part of this next troll drop.
Motherfucker.
Oh man. But this is what you're gonna get over here. You're gonna get a strong conversation. Definitely gonna get some builds and some laughs. You're gonna get some serious moments. We're gonna have some moments where some people might feel uncomfortable. But again, the same token, this is what's needed. Whether the people like it or not, I'm not going nowhere. And when I do go somewhere, guess what? I know the people are coming with me. Your side hurting? My fault, y'all. My fault. Let me make this better for y'all. Let me make this better for y'all. My bad. There's more coming. There's more coming. Don't worry. Oh man! But before we do get up out of here, though, hold on. I'm gonna take this on the chin again. Hold on. Facts. Oh, Prez, you know about that song. Oh, you know about that show. That's what I'm talking about, my guy. See, I know I liked you. Look at you. You knew about it. Nah, but that's what's going to be happening from now on. These trolls going to get whooped on. Because, again, got to come to some form of resolution. You need to resolve yourself. You need to do some self-reflection and stop coming over here trolling and bothering the women. Because you don't want nobody going to bother your mama, right? You don't want nobody trying to bother your aunties and them, right? Oh, oh, oh. Let me know when I hit a nerve somewhere. Lady Shay, what's going on, baby? I hope you in the chat coming to get baby Rufus and them, baby. Come get all the cheer-ins. We need you to babysit. But that's what you're going to get over here, though. You're going to get some real smoothness, though. Oh, look, I can make fun of myself all day. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. Remix! There you go. There you go. You know you was going to get one of those. I don't know about that, Lady Shay. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Jerome and them been acting up, so I don't know about no foot massager, damn it. What happened, Daniela? What happened? Oh, you like that, didn't you? I know. See, this is how you know I don't be caring. I don't care. You just send me an email late in the afternoon like you gonna always do. But again, this is for the papers. Oh man. We had fun tonight though, y'all. Definitely had a great conversation. And this is what's needed. And this is what's gonna happen though. You're gonna have ignorance every corner that you turn. You're gonna have people who feel they're gonna be a distraction because they don't want you to bring out that truth. Well, I ain't one of them because I slap your ass right back. Brooklyn, stand up, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Oh, I'm still talking to that hate monger behind the shadows. Again, do some self-reflection on your life. Get up off this internet. Go find you a life and a wife before you end up getting stabbed with the lyrical knife. I'm gonna try to see that rules. I don't know. I'll probably do that this summer. Who knows? I'm doing something though, damn it. I'm doing something. Hold on. I'm doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I want to do it anyway. Because you know me. I ain't got no sense. Oh man. And you know what? I'm coming to a conclusion on some things. There's just gonna be some people who are highly upset because you know how to make things work, even what little you have. I might not be as big as these other channels, and honestly, I never cared about anything else outside of the message. There's a lot of certain things I won't be focusing on, and I'm still gonna get through. But on that note, though,
Bounce back, take a loss, nigga, get it right back. She get tossed round, moving like that. Look, outside with the demons. Beyonce almost made me drown, but I'm free, man. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
Oh yeah, happy Friday to everybody. My bad, it is Friday for everybody on the East. Still happy Thursday to those on the West and in Central Time. Happy Friday to those in the UK. And it's almost Saturday and the damn Australians and stuff. Happy birthday, you future babies. Let's get them one more again, nigga, with the happy Friday, baby.
Bounce back, take a loss, nigga, get it right back. She get tossed round, moving like that. Look, outside with the demons. Beyonce almost made me drown, but I'm free, man. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
Oh man, but it's always fun though bringing something, and this is again what's going to be needed. See, unlike some people, I know how to have fun. I don't be an uptight ass about every little thing. I don't judge people. I judge character and I judge food. I'm not making all of these videos on judgment alone. It's not even judgment. It's just clear reality of what we see. You can't get mad because somebody's actually speaking on it and trying to stand on it. Maybe that's something y'all should be doing instead of trolling. Come on now. What? Every time you do troll, I won't even care. I'm gonna just start giving you this now.
Take a loss, nigga, get it right back. She get tossed round, moving like that. Look, outside with the demons. Beyonce almost made me drown, but I'm free, man. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
Are you good? Outside with the damn demons. Look, I know some of y'all see look at him. Look at him. Yeah, I know you looking at baby Rufus up here. Look at baby Klepto. Look at him. See, that's the problem too. People don't know how to laugh. Like Luda said, blow it out your ass. Nigga, shit. Learn to have fun. You can have fun and be your own self without trying to disturb anybody else. I don't be disturbing nobody. If you feel disturbed by me, that's something wrong with you then. It ain't a me problem. I'm going to keep doing me. I'm going to keep being me. You don't like it, you don't got to be around it. I really don't care. I've never cared. Because this is how I move. On that note, though.
Bounce back, take a loss, nigga, get it right back. She get tossed round, moving like that. Look, outside with the demons. Beyonce almost made me drown, but I'm free, man. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
Nah, we do it over here. But yeah, you know, again, hopefully somebody did get something out of this. Again, there's some of y'all who are gonna have to start really being on your kids. If you don't want your kids to be the next failures in life, if you don't want them to meet an unnecessary and untimely demise, start actually being more visual, vocal, and more hands-on with your children. I don't know, but I had fun with that one, and I'm gonna keep having fun with these. There's still more coming. For those who ain't been catching them short, you better start looking at them. There's more coming. Somebody get my device now. Get my device now. Oh. Well, I still owe y'all something. My bad. I still owe y'all a little something. A little something. Oh, that troll is real quick.
Motherfucker.
That's what you're gonna get over here. Oh, For those who might be new here, you're gonna get a lot of this. You're gonna get a lot of this. You're definitely gonna get a lot of this though. But you're mostly gonna get a lot of this at the bottom of my screen. Oh, I done tuck it off. No. This is no. Oh, don't worry, those drops was for fair use. Fair use. Fair use. This how we living over here, son. Come be a part of this growth.
Motherfucker.
Look at me. Ah, oh man. But this is what we're gonna continuously do over here. Because again, the message is solely bigger than me and it's bigger than anybody right now. The reality should be big for a lot of people too. That what I'm saying is not far off. You don't want your kids to be the failures of the family tree and everything. Get right with them. Start really being on their necks about things you need to be on their necks about. Oh, shoot. I knocked my box over. But teach them something outside of what you're teaching them. But yeah, let me get up out of here. I gotta definitely charge this phone. It's about to die. But again, appreciate everybody that's been a part of this build. And again, those who are just tuning in, definitely catch the replay. We definitely had some fun tonight. Even at the expense of this soulless, lonely troll. But yeah, let me get up out of here. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay gang. Shout outs to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, you already know that love is love and it be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. And that's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real builds. And I'll definitely be back tomorrow morning for the cypher. For those following me on Clapper, we going to be rocking out tomorrow. So y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.